What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're in the garage and it's late at night, but I wanted to show you guys the new product that I got, and this one today will be from Black Forest Industries, and this will be their weighted shift knob. So we're gonna get rid of this stock shift knob and we're gonna go put this one in. So I'm gonna just do a mini unboxing just to show you guys what comes in the box. So once you open the box up, you take the foam out and there's the shift knob. It comes in a sealed plastic, but I took it out just for some ease, and that's the shift knob. So side by side, it is a little bit bigger and thicker, but it's for sure, I can't really tell because it's on right now, but this has a pretty decent weight. And also at the top it's empty right now, but when we remove the other piece of foam, we can see one more package, and that will be, it comes with the coin that says Black Forest Industries. You get the 3 little hex screws, the Allen key, and the new zip tie kind of deal that they provide to hold the shift boot onto the new knob. So the first step is we're going to take this apart, and to do so, all of this is one piece: the boot, the shift knob, and the silver trim. So all you have to do is pull it up, and we're going to remove it, and then I'll show you the next step, what we got to do. Oh, and before we continue, some tools that you'll probably need are a pair of side cutters. If you're going to cut the original, it's like a metal zip tie, that's the best way to describe it, but it's like a pinched metal ring that's holding the shift knob down. You can either cut it, or what I'm going to try to do is loosen it with some picks, and then I'll also use these picks to remove the boot from the actual shift knob. So let's get this trim off, and then we'll go from there and I'll show you what the next step will be. So after a little bit of a struggle, I finally figured it out. The easiest way to take off the boot, put it to any gear behind so you have more room. Actually have this guy open, push the leather down, and you will feel a tab here and here, and you're going to want to use 2 hands, one on each side, push it down with the boot, and then pull up. It was a little bit of a struggle because I was just trying to pull this up, but if you pull this way, the clip is going that way, so it's just hooking on. So you need to actually, sorry, it's this way, so when you're pulling up, it's just hooking, so you need to use your thumbs, push the clip forward, and then you'll be able to push up. So I'm going to do that and then show you guys what it looks like under. So once you push and put it under, boots up, I'm just going to go into neutral so we can pull the boot up. Now, having this boot off, you'll see, and let me get some light. It's late at night, so it's not bright where I'm doing this, but right there you see that metal clip tab I was talking about. That one we're going to want to separate, so then we can pull the whole shifter assembly off the car. So I'm going to use a pick and slowly release that tension so we can pull it all off. So I'm going to check in with you guys once that's off and give you my recommendation how I did it. So I got it off. Just put it back to show you. What I did was used a straight pick and placed it in. You can probably use a screwdriver and just twisted it that way until the ring is nice and loose. Once the ring is nice and loose, you just use some force and you pull it off, and now you have the shifter plane ready to go. And the next step is separating the shift knob from the boot. And to do that, let me show you guys. Right here is a bunch of these tabs that's holding it on to the shift knob, which is on the shaft. So what we're gonna do is slowly release it. We're gonna use angle picks for that one. The metal one is a straight pick, but for this one we're gonna use angle picks. Slowly pick at it while releasing it from here, and we're gonna separate these two so we can get the BFI knob on the stock boot. So after mangling with this for a while, I found that using a flat, you can either use this, which is just a straight or a flat head, and a angled pick to release it was the best way. Now, it's kind of damaged, and that will happen. Is it reversible? Yeah, it's reversible. It just won't be as tight of a fit when you're going back to stock. But essentially, you're just pulling these tabs back up. So you can see that I got over this lip, and I already took it off, but I put it back to show you guys. You just want to bend this like crazy so then it can get over that lip on this piece. So this piece, and this piece are two different. And once you get it separated enough where you kind of see a gap around the whole thing, you flip the boot inside out and you pull the knob off the leather. I'll try to show you guys. So you just take the knob and well, it's kind of hard to show you guys, but it'll be like this. It'll be like that, and then you just hold the boot down and you pull, and once you pull it will release just like that, and then you'll have this piece on the inside. The metal ring fell off, so I just put in the cup holder. So now we have the boot and the shift knob separated, so we can install the BFI knob onto the boot and then go back and install it. That's pretty much it for now. So for the BFI knob, what you're going to want to do is take the knob, put it through the boot, and there is a lip here that we're going to install the boot on, and we're going to use that zip tie it came with. I also brought my own zip ties just in case, but that's where the boot's going to sit on. And then, I went too deep. When we turn it inside out, it will be something like that. Hard to tell, but I'll get it installed and then show you guys, and again give you some tips and what I did to get it to the next step. Okay, we're almost there to put it on. The next step is to get the boot mounted on, and what I'm gonna do, or what I did actually, is threaded the 3 Allen/hex screws in, so you don't need to worry about that. Make sure they're threaded in so you don't drop it. And on the actual trim piece, the flat part is the front of the car, the curved part is the back of the car. On the shift knob itself, where they stitch the leather, you can see that line. I'm picky, so I'm going to make sure that line is on the back side where the curved part of the trim is. And it so happens it lines up with one of the Allen keys, so that'll be your reference point. And what I'm going to do is zip tie the boot onto the knob, show you guys, and then we're going to get it tightened and installed. That's about it. The hardest part of this whole install would have to be the removal of the knob from the boot. And you can also see here it's like dinged up. You can still use it again, but there's that plastic piece that was a pain. And oh yeah, when everything's installed, then I'll install the coin that says Black Forest Industries. Very nice. It's 3M, so that's not gonna go anywhere once it's on. So the last and final step before I put the shift knob on was to zip tie the boot. And as you can tell, you want to just get the edge and still expose those hex keys. Once you flip it over, it will look something like that. So it looks nice and clean still. And because there's going to be a lot of extra boot, it will look good, no worries. And what I'm going to do now, get the shift knob on and tighten those hex screws. And then once that's done, push the boot down, and I'm actually going to push the trim all the way in this time. And then push the boot down nicely. Make sure the knob's nice and tight. And that's it. Now the only thing that I'm seeing that could be a concern, let me shine some light from my phone. So the only thing I think would be concerning me is how that boot is overlapping like that. So I'm not too happy with that. So maybe in the future when I have I have zip ties, but when I have some time, I'll maybe take my time to make it look more flush. But that's how the shift knob looks. It's looking good. Trim is in, boots pushed down. It's much lower. It's not like crazy low. Like I saw another brand out there, forgot what it was, but it was like down here. No, this is a good size. Not too low. I have a drink here, my arm's still not touching. If you go too low, you know, you're gonna touch. But yeah, last and final touch is just the coin, and then we are all good to go. But overall, the install is not too bad, other than removing this from the boot. That's the hardest part. That's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Install was about an hour, but that's me figuring out some stuff, filming some stuff. So I assume, granted that you're comfortable doing some installs, should take less than an hour. If you take around an hour, that's fine. But that's about the window you should be saving yourself, putting aside some time for that. But overall, I'm happy with the product. The quality is really good. The fit and finish is really good. I like how it's weighted. So I'm just in the car playing around with it. It's throwing into the gear much easier than the stock one because of the momentum and the weight. It is a little bit bigger than the stock size, so it does fit bigger in the hand, but because of the leather material, it's super comfortable. I don't feel like that's gonna be annoying. I really like the top coin, the logo. That's pretty fresh. And yeah, I'll leave a link down in the description where you can get one. Canadian, they retail from $200 to $260, which is very expensive for a shift knob, but compared to all the other shift knobs on the market for the Mark 7s, this is by far the best one and the only one you guys should be getting because of the quality. And I mean, it's something you hold every day, so it's an investment to yourself. That's how I feel about it. Also, you can get the cheaper ones. I think they're less than 200. That's fully metal, but if you're living in hot or cold climates, the leather won't be too bad to deal with compared to the whole thing being metal. It's gonna be freezing in the winter and then burning you in the summer, so I'm happy with the leather. Alcantara version is also available, but be mindful it does get dirty easily. Anyways guys, I'm like super tired, you can probably tell. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. please leave a fat thumbs up and comment down below what else you want to see installed on the Golf R.
One eternity later.
Follow me on Instagram to keep up with me more on a daily basis, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!